Good evening. This is the market update for buy sell short for Tuesday, January 28th. We're starting off today with the McClellan oscillator. This is something we pull out every couple of months when we get a market sell off. Went over this indicator yesterday talking about how we had a couple of possibilities. We ended up actually bouncing nicely back today, and that sets us up really nicely tomorrow for a bottom confirmation in the market. But you can see on the McClellan oscillator, we ended up printing a negative 54 yesterday. The last two times we've seen levels below negative 50 was back in December at the market bottom. And the previous time before that was back in October, and that was the last market bottom before that. You can see that reflected here on the Dow daily chart. Here was the December bottom where we flashed that negative 52, and this is the October bottom when we flashed that negative 63. And you can see in the week following substantial bounce back each time in the market. And today, we got that breakdown. We got a 90-point pop today. What we want to see tomorrow for a confirmation is another 100-point update. Simple as that. You can see we had an extreme negative MACD level on the Dow going into yesterday, and that is another bottoming indicator. Stochastics in the basement as well. So the market was ripe for a sell-off. We got the sell-off. We could have seen a continuation today, but the buyers have come back in to support the market. Got a couple of things happening as well, and after hours trading, Turkey raised their overnight interest rates dramatically. They went from 4% to 8% on the overnight rates. Interbank lending rate up to 12%, and the futures are rallying on that news. And you might go, why would that futures be rallying on what seems to be a panic interest rate raise by a central bank? Well, there's been a lot of turmoil in the developing markets, currencies. Turkey was one of them. Argentina was the other. And when you see forceful action by a central bank, it's usually viewed as positive by the market. We also have a two-day Fed meeting today. Tomorrow is the announcement. Now, the crazy thing is there is actually chatter and expectations out there that the Fed is going to taper again, not just, leave it at the 75 billion from the last meeting, but there's a lot of chatter that they're going to cut another 10 billion. I'd be very, very surprised if they do that so soon. The economic data has not been gangbusters at all. And there's one thing about central banks: when there is a little bit of turmoil in the currency markets, they do everything they can to support the currency markets. Even Volcker, you'll know him, he was the guy that just romped interest rates back in the 80s. He even cut interest rates back in 81 when there was a little bit of a currency crisis then. So I think the Fed is going to hold pat, and that's going to be the excuse for the market to go zoom, zoom. Bounce targets on the market. If we look at the 15-minute chart, you can see we've got a nice little bottoming action here. We could quickly see a move up to that 200-day moving average, 116,195 over the next couple of days. Dow Transports back above the 50-day moving average. Love seeing that. We broke down below it and then moving back above it. Love seeing that. And again, just like the other indices, extreme negative MACD. And you can see the last time stochastics have gotten down to this level was December and was October. The last two times we had decent-sized sell-offs in the indice, and back up we went. A lot of shorts got sucked in. A lot of shorts got sucked in yesterday, thinking we were going to have a continuation move downward. A lot of shorts got sucked in this morning when, if we look at the 15-minute chart, we had that big bounce on the open. We ended up selling off again. It looked like they were going to pull the rug out, and then whoosh, back up we went. Close that trap. Use those shorts to ramp us back higher. Russell broke down below the trend line yesterday. Boom. Right back up to it today. Close above the 50-day moving average tomorrow, and we are looking great. As for stock plays, we had a couple of trading alerts today. We're still kind of sitting on our hands. What tends to happen oftentimes, especially when you see a rout in the markets and the speculative money just run to the sidelines, it takes a couple of days for traders to grow their balls back. It's as simple as that. Today we had that bounce back. There was some action. We saw some nice movement in some stocks, but, traders cautious, not buying as much as they normally would, not chasing as much as they normally would. Another update tomorrow, you'll start to see them get a little more bullish. And after that, it'll be almost like this sell-off did not occur. DAEG. Lot of chatter about the Dropbox IPO, $10 billion valuation being assigned to it, and GSB was one that has just blown up over the last few days on the Dropbox mania. DAEG, more revenues. These guys are the Dropbox of corporations. Chart looks great. We are about to get a golden cross on this stock, probably, if not tomorrow, it'll be the day after. Very bullish development. That's when the 50-day crosses up through the 200-day moving average. That is also going to coincide with a positive MACD cross and stochastics crossing up through 50. This chart wants to romp. 130 sets it free. 137 is a minor resistance, but if we pull up a one-year chart, you can see that that break of 130, there's not a whole lot of resistance till we get up to this 165 area. Looks really, really good for a continuation move with a hot sector right now. If you're anywhere other than San Diego, you are hating life right now with the bad weather that's out there. That ice storm that is hitting the south. GV, electrical transformer, power line play, always has big moves when they're hurricanes. This is their backyard where this ice storm is hitting. Nice bounce off support here. We get any news about power lines coming down in the south, and this stock will be off to the races. A break of 220, and there is no resistance till the 260 area. Rock solid support at $2. So this is a play over the next couple of days on some possible down power lines, which would be big business for these guys. INEV, the connected home plays just blew up today. ELON buyout speculation out on these guys, and it went boom. And INVE is another big player in this sector. We've got this very nice flag breakout, a gap on ELON tomorrow, and we should see INVE make a continuation move up to 110, 120 possible. IDN is another play on this one. Again, like a lot of stocks got bashed over the head over the last couple of days on the market. Still bouncing around in the trading range between 46 and 55 cents. So that's the breakout level to really watch for. Just a patience, wait and see here. Crumb. Huge pop from the buy alert on Friday. Nice spike yesterday up to 90 cents, but the market sell-off was just too much and it got shook back down. It's a low float stock. Back down, testing that breakout of the downtrend line that we saw on Friday. Should see this one snap back nicely in the next couple of days with the overall market. Also wanted to make a quick mention on WaveX. They spoke today at the cybersecurity conference, waiting for that $1 break to set it free. So that's really it for the video, guys. Not a whole lot of trading alerts right now. We get that confirmation on the market tomorrow and the next day, and it'll be almost like this sell-off did not happen. We had a lot of charts reset, so the focus is probably going to be on bounce plays over the next couple of days. So any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will see you all in the chat room tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.